Welcome back to Broader Financial Future, to all my future millionaires and billionaires out there. Hopefully everyone's having an amazing day so far. Now, one question I see a lot of people ask is, what is the difference between an ETF and an index fund? In today's video, I'm going to cover what is the difference between both and what are the two major differences that people need to be aware of. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps out the channel, and share this information with anybody who might have questions about what are the differences as well. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back everybody. Now just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. Any investment may involve risks, so it's important that you do your own homework. Now let's jump into today's video. Now, what is the difference between an ETF and an index fund? An ETF is an exchange-traded fund, is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, or commodity or other asset. Pretty much, it tracks whatever sector you're looking to buy. So if you want to get into tech, instead of buying one tech company, you'll be purchasing a couple of different tech companies. If you wanted to get into real estate, but you don't want to buy one real estate company, you'll be buying a collection of real estate companies. It's like going to a restaurant. Instead of ordering one appetizer, you're getting the whole sampler. So that's basically what an ETF is. You're buying a sample of many different companies based off of what you're looking for. Now, and also an ETF can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange, the same as a regular stock. So you can buy and sell this just like any other stock. It has a fancy name, but basically it's a stock with a bunch of companies into one. So don't get fooled when you hear, oh, ETF. It's just a term for multiple companies, but it's still bought and sold like a regular stock, like Apple, Google, whatever else stock you want to buy. Now, what is an index fund? Essentially, it's the same thing. You're buying a sampler plate of many different companies that either tracks a certain index. If you want to follow the S&P 500, you can get an index fund that's going to track the S&P 500. If you wanted to get into international stocks, you can buy an index fund that tracks international companies. Same with tech. So essentially, you're buying a sampler plate when it comes to an index fund as well. So now you're like, well, what's really the difference? So we're both tracking an index. There's two main differences between the two. And this is something I don't really see a lot of people talking about. First main difference is how they're traded. An ETF is traded like a stock. So you're basically buying and selling it like a stock. So for example, when you wake up in the morning and the stock market opens, that stock's at, say for example, that ETF is at $10, you can sell it at that moment at the current price. When it comes to an index fund, the price isn't set until the end of the day. So regardless of what's going on in the market, that price to buy or sell isn't set until the end of the day. So that's a major key too. So if you're looking for more liquidity and you need to be able to buy and sell and get your money out quicker, the ETF is probably the way to go in that aspect. Another key difference between the two that a lot of people don't talk about is that an ETF, you can pretty much buy on any brokerage like Webull, Fidelity, Vanguard, Robinhood, whatever app you're using to buy and sell companies, you can pretty much find those ETFs there too. So one of the common ETFs that people buy is VOO, VOO, and it's Vanguard 500 Index Fund. So you can basically buy that anywhere. Now and that's the ETF. Now another company that I like is actually FXAIX, Fidelity 500 Index Fund. That's specific to Fidelity only, and that's an index fund. So you're not going to be able to buy that anywhere like you can with VOO. So when it comes to Fidelity, that's going to be only on Fidelity. Same like Vanguard kind of have their own index funds. Same with Charles Schwab. But those are the two major differences between the two. Personally, I like a bit of a mix of both. I have more index funds in my personal portfolio. For me, when I started investing, the reason why I got into index funds instead of ETFs is because ETFs at the time, they had a trade fee. So whenever you bought and sold an ETF, you had to pay a trade fee to buy it and pay a trade fee to sell it. Now those trade fees are gone. thanks to Robinhood, which is getting bashed right now, and rightfully so. You can just buy and sell an ETF without having to worry about those trade fees on most brokerage accounts. But I still stick to index funds because I just like the ones that I have. I think they're really good. They're both good, just depending on what you want to do. There's not really, outside of those two differences, they're basically similar in a lot of ways. And it really depends on what you're trying to buy too, right? If you're trying to buy the S&P 500, if you're looking for cannabis stocks, if you're looking for tech companies, this really depends on what you're looking for and what you're trying to buy. So there's no right or wrong answer, but those are the differences between the two. And let me know. And if you have anybody who's wondering what is an ETF and what is an index fund, please share this video, subscribe, like, and comment. I do videos about dividend stocks, index funds, penny stocks, growth stocks, and just financial information as a whole. Just financial overall. I like talking about finances. That's the reason why I created this channel, to hopefully share my knowledge and experience and just talk about finances, because I love talking about finances and it's a topic that I find dear to my heart. Please subscribe, like, and share and comment in that order.